Hey, thank you for tuning in. And today I'd like to talk to you, yes, about another flashlight. And it's this one right here. This is the Wurkkos. I think I said that correctly. TD01 flashlight. I guess it's fairly new, but by the time you see this video, I'm pretty sure there's going to be tons of other YouTube videos out there about this flashlight. But I digress. Now, with this flashlight, well, first of all, everything that you get, you pretty much get everything you need in the box. You get some instructions, and it's a real nice box too. It's like a little magnetic thing. Comes really well packaged. You get a nice little charging cable. They give you some directions about charging it. Nice little lanyard. And one of the most important things I cannot stress enough to everybody out there is, you see this little orange thing that says remove? That's here inside the in the battery compartment. So what you got to do is you take the tail piece, and I just dropped the cap. This will be in here on top of the battery, by the way. Just a second. Now that's an insulator. Basically what that's there for is so the springs inside the cap is not continuously touching the battery, and that may cause damage. It may cause the battery to drain quicker than it's supposed to. Things of that nature. So when you first get this flashlight, make sure you unscrew it. Unscrew the tail piece and remove that insulator tab so you can properly charge this flashlight. And well, I kind of did something stupid. Here's the battery that it comes. Well, you can buy it with or without the battery. I got it with the battery. It's a 21700 battery, 5000 milliamps, and it's a button type, meaning like it's flat on top here. Instead of having that little protrusion on the positive side, it's nice and flat. And they use the luminous SFT40 LED. Well, you're really not going to see it too well in there, but that's it. And that has a color temperature of 6000 to 6500 Kelvin. The lens, or the reflector, the silver piece in there, is a PMMA lens. That's the reflector. The body is made out of 6061 aerospace grade aluminum with military grade type 3 anodized finish. So that way it's a lot harder for it to chip and scratch and everything when you drop it. The lens itself, the glass part, is toughened mineral glass. This has a water resistance of IPX8. It does have a memory mode, and that kind of goes out the window if you happen to take the battery out and then put it back in. You do use USB Type-C charging on it, which is underneath this little flap right here, as you can see. And it does have advanced temperature regulation built into this flashlight. And what that means is if you got it on turbo or high, and the flashlight itself is starting to get a little too hot, it'll actually step down the brightness level to protect the electronics and the LED inside the flashlight. So that's a nice little thing. You do have two buttons. One is on the tailpiece. One is right here on the main body of the flashlight. This is the main on and off. And as you can tell, that's a green light. When it's charging, it'll be red, green when it's fully charged. And it's a very simple UI or user interface. You just simply press it to get to your light levels. And to shut it off, you simply click down there. On the back of the tailpiece, you have a couple of holes for the lanyard to go into. There's two here, or just one big one there. And this actually has 8 lighting modes. Eco, low, medium, high, turbo, strobe, SOS, and beacon. Now, some people actually ask me, what's the difference between SOS and beacon? Well, SOS, it means it flashes in Morse code the letters SOS. What a beacon is every few seconds it just gives off a bright flash. And that's like especially like if you're out on the water on a boat or in a raft or just floating, you'd want to turn the beacon on, so every now and then every few seconds it'll give this really bright flash instead of SOS. One that's there to conserve battery life, because it'll last probably a little bit longer than you continuously using strobe or SOS. And that's to let either fellow, anyone else in a boat, a helicopter or something, find you with the beacon light. It also could be on land. If you're out in the open somewhere, not necessarily full of trees, you can still use the beacon for the same thing. Okay. Yes, I'm going to show you pretty much all the modes in a test video, and that's coming up very shortly. And also, instead of me yakking too much about all the lumens and runtime and everything else about each mode, I'm just going to throw up a chart before the test video, and you can see for yourself. You can pause the video, look to see, like eco mode is, I believe, 30 lumens. It'll have it on the chart. You can see what all the modes are, lumens and runtime and everything else for this flashlight. So let me stop talking, and here's the test video. Okay, so I really hope you enjoyed the test video and the thing about the charts up there, so that'll give you even more information. And if you didn't see that, rewind the video and go back and do that. So what do I think of the Wurkkos, I don't know how to pronounce that, TD01 flashlight? Well, to be honest with you, it comes in at a really good price. Has really good runtime. I love the size of the battery. I love that it's USB Type-C. I don't mind having a 2-button type of flashlight. I think the user interface or UI is very easy to understand and use. I think it's really a really well-built flashlight, and it pumps out a lot of light, and it throws it. You know, you got a good amount of distance on this thing, and to be honest with you, yeah, it's definitely worth getting. If you don't own one of these type of flashlights yet, I highly recommend you get the Wurkkos TD01 flashlight. You will not be disappointed in this flashlight. You will come to enjoy it as much as I have. It's a very nice flashlight. Like I said, it performs very well. I never felt it getting really hot to the touch. I mean, yeah, it got really kind of warm, but I don't think that it got hot enough to be too worried about. It has a lot of good fins up here, cooling fins, and it kept it fairly cool enough. And I think it's definitely worth every penny of you getting. So, definitely get the Wurkkos TD01 tactical flashlight. You will not be disappointed. And if you happen to like this video, please give it that thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget about that notification bell. I can't believe I said that all in one breath. If you haven't done so already, or it would really help me out a lot if you were to share this video, maybe a few more of my others, on all of your social media. And until the next video, you, your friends, your family, and yes, even all of your pets, you all have a great day, and I will definitely see you in the next video. Take care.